I love the slow fade jazz. Welcome to Last Call episode 27, everyone.
My goodness.
27.
Joined by Chris,
minutes
Mike,
in
Hartley,
heaven.
and Maggie.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Hello.
We did it.
Chris.
I know,
What
it's
the
been a
fuck,
long day.
dude?
Guys, where do we start?
Let's start with the tiny dudes. The tiny evil piranha dudes.
Yeah, where we began threw a
Red caps? Is that what they're called?
couple dozen
Red
red
caps.
caps at us.
Yeah.
So they're drenched. Their hats are drenched in blood.
So redcaps are a D&D creature. They're from the Fae, and basically they are just bloodlust. And like they have to
It's their
drench
thing.
their hats in blood, otherwise they will die.
Interesting.
That is so
Oh
fucking
yeah, Google
funny.
them. Do it.
The way you had them, I was
No.
literally like
Oh.
laughing constantly.
Oh my
The
god.
running
they
was
look
so
awful.
good.
If you get a chance to search up
Yeah.
red caps,
I'm doing it right now.
Once you pass red hats, a type of pepper, and actual caps from like Uline or something. Yeah,
Oh,
they look
yeah.
fucking terrifying.
I love red caps as a D&D, and just like I love them so much. So I was just like, this is great.
I love that you all
Yeah.
heard it coming too. So
Yeah.
like there was seconds where you just heard
It's so fucking funny.
They're so scary looking.
Yeah.
They're terrifying.
Oh my god.
And so funny. Dude, that was so because we like kind of obliterated the first, but like it was that was so funny because all of us had like we had dealt with Ferritin last episode. We didn't see anything fayish.
No.
It was just kind of like, okay, a lake in a new place.
Mhm.
We're so
And then we-
tired.
We
and
started
like,
this session with the most Fae thing and immediately threw I mean, I can only speak for Clue, but I think all of us into pure confusion.
yeah, like what the fuck?
You were
Ah.
just like, I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
Like no reasoning or
Yeah.
anything, just like even beyond Dillon's comprehension. Being like, what? They want my blood?
So
Crazy.
funny.
well, it's the fact that you guys decided to try and rest in the equinox. Like
Yeah.
you don't know what's out here. So
Well, we don't know what the equinox is, Chris.
Yeah.
we
It's
were
true.
true. We were true.
No,
we were good players.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, but
You know.
of course there was going to be something.
Yeah.
And like skipping ahead a little bit, when you spoke with Oberon, he's like, "Why are you guys out there? Like it's so close to a skirmish."
Great question.
The red caps are going to be all over the place in the equinox right now.
Fucking.
Without getting into too much of spoilers for what the skirmish is, because we will get to that. But yeah,
But
Yeah.
also, I guess, yeah, skipping ahead then, like getting across the lake,
Yeah.
up the hill.
just the pure hours of sprinting across the lake and looking behind you, you just see a mound.
That
Great,
was
great
so fucking
fireball, by the way.
Ugh,
That was
like,
awesome.
Both useless, but also like I was, I don't.
You
yeah,
did a good, I
Do
think you did a
something.
good chunk of damage. Like how hurt were they?
Less than half hit
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, so like if you
we
did
could
one
have at
more,
least picked him
yeah,
off if we had to, but
yeah.
like, bless Ken.
Yes, bless Ken.
That
so
was
Love
a
that
funny.
Ken's
very
around.
funny moment. You
It was
just
so
like
good.
submitting,
Yeah.
so scared.
Well, at that
tired,
point, Dillon,
just on taking off your clothes.
we've
like,
all been through it, and at
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah.
it's like Dillon's like, and now I'm just gonna die to some old gnome fucking blood, like lust people things. I don't-
All the memories I have from my mom teaching me about the Fae. This isn't the Fae I know.
Yeah, this is not. This is not what I remember.
Like the first hours of Dylan in the Fae, like he's just sprinting across the lake,
Darkness.
being chased by like bloodlust,
Yeah.
like little old men.
gray death. Yeah,
that was
also to then kind of be like dropped in them like sunlight, all these beautiful like tall elves,
the
like
crying.
gilded in leaf
oh my
armor.
God.
But like one last, as far as like Ken goes though, I do need you to look up Sun Tree from Critical Role. I know
Okay.
we mentioned it
Yes.
in the two shot, but like it's just so like the fact that you don't know what it is,
Mhm.
but Ken exists is hilarious. And
That's
so I just
awesome.
need you to see, yeah.
The way I thought of Ken is like he is a beacon of light in this
Yeah.
like gray equinox. So of course he's going to be like light and joyful and be like positive vibes.
yeah.
Yeah. But like the fact that he was like, I exposed your heart, now expose your heart to me, because he wanted you to take out the
Yeah,
heart
I thought
pendant.
he was talking in like, you know,
And it was so funny going between all three of you and be like, I don't have a lot of friends.
I just want to see my mom.
Yeah.
And Ken just like,
Okay,
Cool,
that's
whoa.
cool, but like not
'Cause
what
he
I was
said,
asking
like,
for.
one or two things about himself, and so I was like, okay,
Well, yeah, he was like, I love
Great.
long walks on the beach.
yeah. And I was like, great, that must be it.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
Chris trap.
we can go
Yeah.
harder.
And you were like, I forgot what Minx said. You were like, I love
Poetry, and
poetry.
shit. Yeah.
But then we made it through.
That's
Oberon
so
was
funny.
Right there.
incredible.
You met King Oberon,
Oh.
yeah.
So funny.
I love the imagery of like the portal, like the door opening, and then like all of the
Duck.
get down,
Yeah.
and then like all of the arrows flying through.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
That was cool. And then Oberon just being this like
Love
caricature of joy and like
Yeah.
beauty.
Yeah.
That him crying through the whole conversation, and all of his elven archers who are also just like bows drawn elven archers just all weeping together was so funny.
Yeah, that was really
Oh
good.
my god, so fayish.
I love him so much. Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
he's the
also
best.
being like the most beauty and light, and the world is incredible, and we must save. Like it's
Yes,
just
my
so,
love.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then
It-
but then I'm also in the doghouse.
Yeah, I love that he told us that.
yeah,
Yeah,
He has nothing to hide.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, very
He's an open book.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh man.
Yeah, owlbear trip up.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. First time in a D&D campaign meeting an owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah, Clue
It's-
smiled, kind of.
Clue frown smiled.
Ah,
Yeah, and then the whole setup of like things kind of being a little off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird seeing
Bounding
dead trees.
through the summer court, like you see, the Fey inhabitants are a little standoffish. The forest, the trees are kind of withering, and not spoilery, but kind of like peek behind the screen. Perhaps one of those trees
it's John Tree.
is John Tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what my interpretation. So.
Oh no!
It's been 15 years since we
Yeah.
made that two shot, which
So
for
it's
us is a
withering.
week, but the whole idea that like there's been a shift in
Yeah.
the last 15 years, and
Yeah.
every year they have. I mean, peek behind. I mean, for our listeners, you're going to be introduced to the skirmish. The skirmish?
Skirmish, yes.
Yeah, to the skirmish kind of soon. But the idea of the skirmish is a yearly battle that happens between the summer and winter.
No
Ah,
spoilers.
Is that
Let's
wait?
go.
Is that was that introduced to people
Not
in
yet.
the last episode? No.
We
Not
don't know
yet.
what it is.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
a skirmish. No,
Skirmish. Point
That's
is, like that. The events of what happened in the two shot has influenced what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
And that was my interpretation when we were going through the forest. Is like every tree is a dryad, and not all dryads have made it. So
That's fair. But like an uneducated guess from like Dillon, like seeing that it's like poison. Like
The
these
world is
things
sick,
are poison.
yeah.
There's something
That's what I was-
deep
Mm.
within. Like I have my shackles. I have my poison. It looks like the Fae also has its poison. So when it came to fast forwarding a little bit, when it came to that like moment with Titania,
Mm-hmm.
just seeing that whole interaction, noticing like Chris, you're like she looks off. I was like sick shackles. Maybe she shouldn't be knowing what we
Yeah.
know, and
Nah,
that's where I came from, right?
And maybe this is more just like such an incredible overdose in D&D consumption. The way I've always interpreted the Fae is the power of the rulers of the Fae is directly tied to the strength of their realm.
Right.
And the whole idea of like Titania, she looks fine, but there's weakness in her voice and her eyes is like her realm is tenuous.
Sure, that's something that Dillon wouldn't understand though, or
And
doesn't
neither
know.
would necessarily
right?
clue. That's Hartley's interpretation.
Well, like even in like it makes sense because even in the idea of like I don't know, the way I was thinking of Minx seeing it was just like the same reason that she was just like does it look like there's a part of her that's like sick or like something that's weird, because it is that kind of idea of like like the Fae is only like been told like as like kind of a living breathing thing,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
like in the way of like like grass is singing, like things are like it's just so like it seems like such a web in that
Mhm.
way for health
Mhm.
stuff where it is I don't know, it does kind of lean to the idea where I was like, if there's something wrong with you, there's definitely something wrong everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's interesting, like it makes me think of Atlantis.
Yeah.
The cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
in
that
that
movie.
Great
kind of
movie.
way where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, if you're like it's like your center, it's like your power,
Yeah.
it's like you're the person kind of holding this and like
Absolutely.
it made sense seeing like I want to see Eberron. What's it?
Oberon?
Oberon. I keep saying Eberron. It's another, yeah. But Oberon, it's just very much in that realm where I was like, oh yeah, you are a beacon of light and youth and like emotion and like happiness. Like this is, I was like, that's the picture I'm seeing.
And
Yeah.
you would presume,
Yeah.
well, if he's the king
Yeah.
and Titania's the queen, Titania should be the same, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Except
Exactly.
She's not.
Yeah.
She's not.
And
right
that's
now.
what threw Dillon
Because
off.
she's
Yeah.
the actual ruler of the summer court.
And that's where it's like, why like
Who knows?
But
Unless
then-
Chris can confirm that right
Yeah.
now.
So
If that's why she
That's
looks
true.
tired.
of course, we arrived at the party.
Mhm.
Yeah, spooky
The-
for Dillon.
The
Yeah.
hors d'oeuvres.
Hilarious. Oh, that was so much fun.
I
Guys just coming in
love
your pants
that
as hors
so-
d'oeuvres.
I don't like this, but it tastes so good, and I'm so hungry.
Eat me.
That was very, very good.
It was
Thank you.
really
that's
funny.
completely unexpected.
Yeah,
Great fun little
was funny.
things.
Thank you.
like when Chris told us that we were going to the Fae and stuff like that, we're asking him like, not on mic or anything, just like, is it going to be Fae-ish? Is it going to be like whimsical and like behind, the Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe kind of like whimsy? And Chris is like, yeah, we're going to do something like that. Like, I'm going to throw my own spins on it. I was like, okay. No, it's right up there with the wacky and weird
Yeah.
everything.
Your food talks and it loves to be eaten.
Yeah, wild. I love the sound when Clue swallowed. Yeah. Like going down the throat. Wild.
Yes, that
Wild.
was my favorite part of the episode. Was that. It was my favorite part of the
This is
episode
definitely
of a packed episode. It was.
one of the kookier episodes we've had for sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It literally made me like.
cookie won't stop.
No, I want every. I don't want to leave the Fae.
Oh god.
But then,
Oh.
so we made our way.
We-
Obviously,
we-
the garden
We
party.
had the reunion with Dillon and
Ish.
Kinala.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah. So like the first thing that I want to talk about is like the dream, like realizing
gonna
that like
say, yeah.
the dream is like that garden party, and then kudos to obviously bringing the you shouldn't be here. Very cool to learn that I brought something no into the Fae. I brought something bad.
Well, no, not you.
I did.
She means Faradin.
Who knows? My shackles are also a part of Faradin. I have them on me.
No, but it flashed Faradin on the vision.
It did flash Faradin, sure.
Yeah.
But I think, at the same time, my shackles are probably not a great Fey omen. So,
Fair.
I do think it's also funny, like looking back at our conversation that we had about the dreams when they first happened.
yeah.
Like it was the first time that we were also all like, oh, like Clue was like, well, like I'll talk about my dream too. And it was kind of like great, we'll keep eyes on this. We'll look out for these things.
And
And specifically
all of them came to pass.
all of them came to pass. And so
Yeah.
it's just so funny that it's like it's kind of like a reset a bit for our group to be like, okay,
Okay.
this is real now.
We're-
Fuck.
we're a part of this.
Yeah.
What was Minx's dream again?
She didn't
I
have
didn't
one
have
from
one. Because
You didn't
that
have
it was
a-
when you
it was
guys
when
were
we
knocked
died.
out.
That was when we died
Yeah.
and you were the last one alive.
Yeah.
Classic, the last one to deal with everything.
Yeah.
Standard.
Standard. Wow. So, Chris, flying back to episode, what was that? Warehouse episode? Warehouse
Episode
fight?
10.
Episode 10.
Calm Before the Storm.
Would Minx have had a dream?
That I can't say.
Fuck. That means it probably hasn't like come
There's
true
one
or
more
anything. Like, there's
premonition.
one more premonition that potentially could have been seen.
I mean, we did get a little bit of a peek into some other realm
Yes.
of Minx's subconscious.
That's
100%. I was just curious if there was like, if you had one, would you have one prepared? That's all I'm gonna ask.
Well, those dreams are
I can't.
past.
I know.
Gotta be.
I know. I was just curious.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything because then you're just going to be like, well, let's have Minx drop to 0 so we can see.
Let's just knock her the fuck out and we'll get it.
This is for your own good, Minx.
Tell us what your dreams are.
Oh, but holy
Um,
shit, yeah. Mom.
Saw mom.
Yeah.
Saw mom briefly before Titania was like, yeah, like, it was definitely the mix of like seeing mom, embracing her, and then just wanting to like unload, being like, Mom, it's been so long. I have so much to tell you. Let's please talk. Let's go away and just chat.
You're in
And then-
danger. We're in danger.
And then
like,
instantly
yeah.
just being like, stop.
We're
You cannot hug your child.
so crusty.
Strangers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like her calling me up.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck no, I ain't sharing
But
shit with you. You
that's
like,
the that's the behavior of somebody who's paranoid and
Yeah.
has lost their power. right?
Totally,
Like,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was like, ooh, I got a bad feeling from that, and also like all the sickly things
and you
happening
rolled
here.
your 22.
I did. The one good fucking roll of the
The
entire
whole
session
episode,
was
yeah.
to essentially start some more shit with Titania.
The one thing I'll say, we could not have reached level 6 soon enough.
yeah,
That aura of protection for the constitution checks.
Yes.
I
Thank
forgot
you.
that was a thing for Paladin.
yeah.
Thank goodness. I'm loving playing Paladin.
You play
Glad you
Paladin?
I
You
play
play Paladin?
Paladin.
Okay.
Yeah, I play a Paladin.
Paladins get so many nice things.
get some
It's
cool
so
shit.
nice to
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
they admitted it.
It was nice to, it was really funny to like, I thought, it was like, I came up and I was like, oh no, I shat the bed. And then Clue started sounding
God.
off, saying some shit,
Well, I was
like
I was
talking
like
back to
protecting
her.
you because she,
Yeah,
she's like
exactly.
Being an
Yeah,
asshole
she was
to
just
you.
mean.
I was like, I don't give a shit
And
who
then
you
Minx
are.
is like, dude, shut the fuck up. And then Minx walks up and it's just an image of like,
Like a kid-
Titania as the oldest thing she could possibly be.
I pictured you as a caricature artist, literally like enhancing all of the bad things.
Oh my
It was so good.
That was so in front of everyone, a public display.
Everyone
Because
gasped.
also in my brain, I was like, we can salvage this clue. He's a baby. We can figure this out. Shut the fuck up. And then immediately, like,
and I'm like,
It's-
oh, you made it so much worse.
Well-
Minx, why?
Well,
are
it was
you
like,
doing
what's
that?
your first thought? That she's old. It's true.
Tired.
Yeah.
And especially when you approached her, she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I know your parents.
Yeah.
I'm glad they left."
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
cunt.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I don't like that. So many immediate questions. I'm like,
Mhm.
why? Well, also not that they left. That they, I don't know. I don't know if you said left. You
They
said
left
something
suddenly.
weird.
They
They
left
left
suddenly.
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 Yeah.
They weren't welcome anymore.
Yeah.
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 Which
Also, seeing that with the vision,
Yeah.
with
that's
seeing that that's
I
my
think
mom.
what that
Was
means
it a
is that-
vision? Was it my past? Was it? I don't know.
He said memory.
Because you said not memory.
No, he did.
The way I
He said distant
described
memory.
it
Okay.
was you saw a younger satyr
Yeah.
that you recognized as your mother.
Yeah.
So presumably this would be something that's already happened.
Right, but
Okay.
that was within a memory.
It was a memory of Minx's.
It was a memory.
It was
linked to
just a
Minx.
memory.
That's not. Don't do that.
It was a
So-
memory, but it
it
might
was-
have not been yours.
And that's what
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand
Well,
what that means.
she was casting detect thoughts.
And then also was like, hey, get out the voice to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
To everyone.
Yeah.
Not in-
I thought that was to you.
no, it was to
No,
everyone.
it was
You
from-
heard it.
No, but everyone heard it, but I
because
think
it
it
was
was
being
directed
projected
to you.
to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
so
And I'm so fucking
Do you know what your
pissed
read on that is?
Also-
that I failed the fucking check on that.
Oh, yeah.
also, like, did you said not this throne, but
A different
Yeah.
throne.
A black throne.
The opposite throne.
yeah.
The one on the winter court.
So
So the
Why
Queen
was
of
my
Air
mom
and
there?
Darkness.
why was my mom there, Chris? Okay.
Just
I
a
have,
shrug.
I have a read.
Yeah, you can read.
Read it, do it, please.
I think my read is that
Conspiracy with me.
your mom was an adventurer. She
Mhm.
saw, instead of good versus evil, she saw two sides of the same coin and decided to align more with the other side, which is the Queen of Air and Darkness, which is why she was no longer welcome in the summer court, went to the winter court and pledged her
Allegiance.
fealty to the Queen of Air and Darkness, which is who is talking to you, and which is why there's a memory, there's a detect thoughts attached to you. The detect thoughts is looking through your subconscious
Mhm.
towards the consciousness of the Queen of Air and Darkness, who you have a connection with. That's what I think.
That's your take.
That's
on
my
it.
read.
It's an interesting take.
That's the Hartley read.
Yeah, that could be a plausible.
I normally don't do this.
Mhm.
I like to keep people in suspense and mystery. I'll say that's not right.
Oh,
Oh shit!
wow.
That's really exciting.
Okay, I like that more.
Wow.
I don't know what did me. I have no idea. Then I thought that was a pretty good read.
That was a
Fuck.
really good read. That was a good hypothesis.
I'm so
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
have no
well,
idea.
now I'm like, is my mom in Hallow real? I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or-
I'm so
Yeah.
I'm so much more confused than
Wow.
I could have been ever.
Here's the interesting thing.
I keep learning less about what this voice
Here's
is.
the interesting
technically.
thing. Your mom works in the mines.
Yeah,
The mines that had something hidden in it that blew up
yeah.
as per Feriden's plan.
Mhm.
Meaning maybe your mom
Don't put
might
that on
be
her.
working
Well, I
with
also didn't.
Feriden.
I don't like. There's a reason I have a divide with my parents in general.
Of course.
But like,
I don't know. I'm just hypothesizing because
Yeah.
if we see her with the Winter Court and there's some expectation and some, I don't know, guys. This is so. We don't know everything yet, but like
we don't know anything.
We don't know
We're
anything.
Specifically, so
yeah,
informationless.
Chris.
And then we had Hartley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Holy
I'll
balls.
tell you the things that I expected.
Yeah,
I expected.
Without giving too much away.
Mhm.
I expected to be there. I expected
To be
some-
where?
to be in that new memory.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, I
Well, yes.
expected. Well, no, I
I hope
expected.
it would include you.
What I mean is, the scenario in which he cast my memory
yeah.
was something that I had written into my backstory.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Sorry, you mean within like
The setting,
Like the
not
a
tent.
camp?
a tent.
Okay.
I
The-
will
Not with like
the period of time
the period of time.
when
was gonna say-
when this memory took place.
not with like the king and the two
So-
brothers.
So that's that. No, Meldar wasn't there. It was just Feriden.
Meldar wasn't there.
oh,
Meldar
it was
there.
Feriden, the king, and Jonas,
Okay.
and then a guy in a chair.
The orc.
An
The
orc in a
An
chair.
orc.
Handcuffed.
You could assume that it was. Excuse me, I just burped. You could assume that it was a captive
Yes. Yeah.
during the Great Orc
I
Rebellion.
think I did say he was shackled to the
yeah,
Yeah.
shackled.
And
Yeah.
and we've talked about what I did for the. Did we? Have we talked?
Briefly.
Not
We had that
not
memory-
too much on Mike. No.
Yeah, we had that. We had
Okay.
that. We just had that like dream / memory of you fighting off a huge.
Oh,
battalion.
but that's not what I did.
No,
so,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. Okay, so then I'm not gonna
and then
say-
you talked about like torturing potentially.
Mhm.
I-
'cause, like,
I
you did-
never, You guys latched on torture. I
think-
never tortured.
I think
You
he
said,
insinuated interrogator.
Yeah.
And you
Interrogator.
guys jumped to torture.
Well, all it takes is
fingernails to get answers.
all
Like,
it-
that's where my brain went. Yeah.
all it takes is to cut off 2 arms and wiggle them around for us to
And,
think torture.
yeah, that sounds right. That's
Yeah.
completely accurate, actually, in my brain. Yeah, no, torture.
Interrogation is what I had in mind.
What?
Oh, sorry. Interrogation is what I had in mind. But yeah, I had no idea about Feriden being there,
Yeah.
but looking normal.
Yeah,
That was a shock to me.
that's really cool.
And then I kind of like the former king. That also surprised me a little bit less
King
because I
Faldrum.
knew, because
Faldrum.
I knew he would have been on the front lines, and I knew that like I.
Well, he
was
seemed
on-
pissed to be not on the front
But
line.
you
Yeah.
also seemed like right hand man ish. Well, like in
No,
that, like
not because he never addressed me. I don't think I was.
you're in the room.
I was in the room, but I know why, and I'm not telling either. of
That's
you.
good. That's good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question because I don't remember.
Hmm.
When you
Neither
went,
is Clue.
when we went and met, were you?
Meldar?
Yeah. Was there any acknowledgement?
Recognition?
Yeah.
No, he didn't know me.
Okay.
Because Meldar wasn't there.
No, I know.
He
but,
recognized the name Standy because of
Yeah.
Jonas Standy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
cool.
I have a little bit more insight, but I'm not going to say anything. And Chris is the most insight because
cool.
he's done it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So sick.
And it appears that Titania knows the full memory of this.
She
Yeah,
sure
what
does.
an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Withholding
To
information.
be fair, you
Yeah.
guys did not treat her the best.
Okay.
So she's going to treat this as, you want to know more information? Do something for me.
It is
Yeah.
funny
I
also
guess.
that she was like, "You guys owe me a favor," when specifically we were working to get a favor in
Yeah.
the 2-shot.
Yeah.
I just thought, fun dynamic parallel.
Yeah.
That's really funny. What a lot to learn and a lot of stuff that got unloaded in that end there.
Yeah.
That was
Those
crazy.
all-
You
Only
guys had
learning
some
to know
huge-
less.
Yeah.
What any thoughts, any guesses about what she's going to ask us to do?
No clue. I mean,
Is she going to ask us to fight in the skirmish?
probably.
Think so?
I think she's gonna send us to seek out whatever's causing this sickness, this tiredness, this
but
thing.
I don't. Well,
Here's the
not?
thing.
because I don't think the tiredness is coming from one place. I think the tiredness is coming from the summer court being weak.
But
Jonas-
why?
The weak as in they've slowly like for whatever reason more summer court citizens have died from. I don't think that's going to be it, but I could be wrong.
I think she needs strength,
Yes.
and
Well,
Yeah.
I'm curious if that mission 15 years ago to retrieve the
oh
relic
fuck, what happened there? Yeah,
is still
a
a
problem.
mission that hasn't been completed and still something that Titania is looking for, because that was directly from her. So 15
Yeah.
years ago, she knew that there's a relic that has gone missing
Yeah.
that she needs to get.
If that's true,
Then we might be the ones on the case.
And if that's true, we're fucked because our other characters had better rolling and they were also level 6.
Yeah, true.
And they got their ass handed to them.
True.
Ah.
I think next episode is going to be a lot of like, this is what's happening in Hallow, and we really need to figure out what to do with this Ferritin issue.
We haven't even gotten to the Ferritin issue.
And I can't
He's-
wait to talk
he's
to
on
my
a-
mom.
He's on a direct path to whatever he thinks he needs to find.
Yeah.
So
This is almost why I left the presence of Ferritin in the Fae to a roll-off.
yeah,
Because, like, even if Ferritin, by a miraculous thing of probability, didn't get to the Fae, there's still so much else that's going
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
where it's like, there would
Crazy.
still be issues to solve here.
I was going to say elephant. Elephant Elisir.
Yeah,
Erevan
Elisir.
Elisir is
Elephant.
probably at large if you listen to our last 2 one-shots before this.
This
Yeah.
little fucking top hat.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
Maybe he's amassed an army. I don't know.
we
We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know.
Remember, you know,
The
just because
quote-unquote
you're dead doesn't mean you're
yeah,
finished.
quote-unquote skirmish is around the corner. So I feel that will be needed for that as well.
And this was why I also wanted to do the 2-shot before you guys first entered the Fae. Because
Yeah.
imagine we didn't have any kind of backstory.
yeah.
Whereas, like, you characters walked in, experienced this, and be like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here? Like,
yeah.
what is happening?
Yeah.
Right? But now we have, like, you as players and the listeners have a little
Yeah.
bit more insight of, like, okay, we're going to unfold the story with a little more context, but at least we have a ground to stand
Yeah.
on somewhere.
Sick.
Oh god.
Yeah, a lot. I can't wait to talk to mom if I get a chance to, unless Titania is like, you don't get to speak to your mother. 20 push-ups. Pickle. I hope Pickle's okay.
I hope we meet somebody like Pickle.
I hope so too.
Chris?
Yeah.
His 800 children.
Yes, which were all chasing us at the beginning of the episode.
Oh my god.
Pickle was the inciting person. Or
There was a
for
moment-
all red caps.
There was
Yeah.
a moment in that episode where you described and you said you find yourself in a pickle and
Yeah.
you raised your eyebrows
Yeah.
and I was like, did Erevan Elisir clone an undead pickle and make an army of red
That would
caps
be
with them?
hilarious.
That'd be
And
really
then
funny.
Chris instantly shut that down. He's like,
Yeah.
not like that.
It's like, not like that. No.
Yeah, I think Oberon just said, "Oh yeah, those red caps, they're quite the pickle."
Yeah, but you said quite the pickle.
And we were
And
like,
you
yes.
literally did like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's funny.
I think
to
you
have-
teed it up for fun.
Mhm.
Sure. I also think Oberon was like, "Yeah, they're a little bit of a nuisance." Meanwhile, you've just been sprinting for your
Yeah,
life because
yeah,
you're trying to get away from these guys that are going to rip you apart.
God, yeah.
Yeah, they're a little nuisance.
I have no idea what she would want. Like when she has a full
Yeah.
fucking army
Yeah.
of beautiful people and
But
elves
something-
and shit. Like
Something's up. Something's rotten.
Mhm.
There's a rot in the air. And a skirmish coming up.
there's the stank.
There's a stank in the air.
I hate it. I hate it. I
Yeah.
love also how I do love how
No.
much Dillon immediately hates the Fae. Like
I know,
'cause
right?
You've been
Yeah.
wanting to come here so bad, and immediately everything's terrible and covered in blood, and we're beaten down.
And he's so
and
tired.
We're
Yeah.
judged. And, like it's just all so funny.
So tired.
Your
I think
level of exhaustion.
it's gonna take time for him to get used to it. I think, like the worst, arguably by far the worst introduction to the Fae for a person.
that could have happened.
Yeah, that could have ever happened. I think so. I'm sure Dylan will bounce back from that at some point. But right now, it's been rough.
Yeah.
I think he's stoked to know that the Equinox is a separate thing. Not a separate thing, but just like
A different place.
It's
there's
not
a
where
place
it's-
that's really dark, and
Yeah.
then you go through a fucking tree and people start kissing your forehead.
Yeah.
So though.
Yeah, which is
That's
much
the
more
Fae.
up
Much more
Dylan's alley.
Dylan.
Yeah, much more. I wish Dylan was more up for participating, but
But even still, like it's beautiful on like a surface level.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Yeah.
but there's still something rotten
Yeah.
underneath
Yeah.
that has to be solved. It's not how the summer court should be.
Yeah.
exactly.
Rod.
Very cool.
Well,
God.
I'm
Excited for the
I
next
need a
ones.
nap.
Yeah, my goodness. I feel as tired as our characters do
Yeah.
from fucking
it
running
does
away
feel
from
like
things.
we've
also has
been
a
running.
level of exhaustion.
Yes.
Like we've literally been running in game for
So long.
3-4 episodes.
Almost,
Fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
One
We
big
need
day.
a long rest.
One big
God.
day.
It's just the fact that you did so much. Like you started in the middle of the lake, went to one side, and then had to run back all the way to the other.
Yeah.
How big is the lake? How many kilometers?
As
Like the equivalent size of
A mountain.
Mount
the
Morn.
width
2
of the
kilometers
mountain.
across, 3 kilometers across.
Probably more.
Christ. Running through water.
Yeah. Crazy.
Anyways, I think we'll wrap up this last call. Joined once again by Chris, Mike, Hartley, and Maggie. We'll see you next time on Trouble at the Tavern. Take it away with the slow fade jazz.
Bye-bye.